Hello, welcome back. I'm going to be showing you alternatives to manicures and pedicures, but you still want that French nail or almond-shaped nail feel without actually getting one. All you need is a glass nail file and some clippers. You can find this on Amazon. It's very cheap. Usually comes like in a pack of a few, like 5, and it has some nice colors. I don't know how to show this, but it's like pointy, and it's literally glass, but it works like a nail filer. It's reusable. You just rinse it through water after there's too much nail dust on it. I'll show you a tutorial of how I do mine. It just takes 10 minutes. Clip both sides of your nail into a V shape and then chop the top off, but not too much. Once you're done cutting, start filing it into an almond shape. If your file stops working as well, just rinse it through water and it should be fine again. If you want French nails instead of almond nails, just cut in a straight line with clippers, or you don't have to use clippers at all. You can just start filing in a straight line and it should work. Your nails are gonna start looking good at this point, but just rinse your hands with water one time so the powder washes away and the parts you have left to do will be visible. This is both sides completed. And the right is after 3 weeks of growth. After this, you're done. Just wash your file with soap and put it away till next time. I used to have a whole collection of nail polishes, even though I didn't like the smell of it. It was like one of those hobbies you have as a kid and then like you rage quit and you move on to something new. For the longest time, I was only using a nail clipper, and just as they grew out, they looked super jaggedy and ugly, not very curly at all, just like they look chopped. And after I started doing this, it makes me feel like I got my nails done without getting my nails done. It's great. It's a hack and saves you money. It's sustainable. You're not like putting those toxic chemicals on you, all the PFAS and I don't know, the toxic 12 that you hear in nail polish is. It's also great for the wallet because they cost less than like a manicure and pedicure, like under $10 for 5, and they last forever. They never break if you look after them carefully. If you want to buy them through my affiliate link, it's in the description. I've had them for years now, but I've only ever broken one because I was careless with it. I carried it around everywhere with me, so I used to store it in my pencil case. That was not a good idea because I like leaned against my tote and it just like snapped. But even if it snaps, you could technically use it if you wanted to be super frugal. But you're already saving bank by not doing any manicures and pedicures if you switch over to this. It's great, like if you're looking for something nicer and trying to heal your nail bed. You can basically use it forever. The glass part doesn't get dull like a normal nail file would that you have to like throw it away. You just rinse this one with water and it's good as new. I think we've all heard that conventional nail polish and manicures and pedicures are like filled with chemicals, toxic 12, PFAS, formaldehyde, and whatever else, you know, all the good stuff trying to kill you slowly. I don't know, I've watched too much eco-friendly, sustainable content where like all the little things in your environment are killing you, and this one I actually kind of believe because I don't know, just nail polish and nail polish remover just smells crazy intense. I've never liked that smell, even though I was so obsessed at one point. If you want more anxiety in your life from becoming more painfully aware about the convenient things that are slowly killing you in your environment, I love this podcast. It's taught me so much, but it's also given me a lot of environmental anxiety, so I hope you take it in doses. He mostly talks about how acetone and nail polish remover has fumes, and those fumes like get into your nostrils and like you slowly develop allergies over time. It's just not healthy for you in the long run. In small doses it's fine, but it's a habit people have of going around these products pretty regularly, which damages you overall. And since some of these ingredients have carcinogens, you're increasing your risk of cancer over time. If you want to read research papers on this topic, these are some you can find on his website. He covers a lot of different topics in his podcast about wellness, but I only like to listen to these mini series he has inside the podcast. And thanks to him, I now have carpet and candle paranoia, and you can too. I wish us all health and wealth so we can afford to be this paranoid. They're always super short, 10 to 20 minutes, about fatal conveniences in your life. It's been very educational. You would enjoy it. For further education, here are some screenshots on why you should not be going to the nail salon or using nail polish. I'm going to be a little bit of a hypocrite here, but I wanted to be a little bit fancy for a wedding I went to this year. And for that, I found a French nail press and this clean white nail polish to do the French tips. It's made for kids, so it has clean ingredients. but it peeled off so easily, like if I scrape it at all, it just comes off. So since I was in a rush, I put a clear coat on top of this. So I definitely have to find a clean alternative for clear coat nail polish before the next event. If you have any suggestions, please let me know. It's cheaper, reusable, sustainable, and it still looks like a proper manicure. So I've only used this technique on my hands. I've not tried it on my toes yet. I just like clip my toes all the way. Like, I just clip my toes all the way, but like actually chop them off, you know? But you know what I mean. Okay, and yeah, it's very fast and it's great, and I think you will be obsessed. And let me know if you try it in the comments. I forgot to record an outro, but you better subscribe.